Thanks for coming in today. I'm excited to meet you.
I'm not that excited to be here, but
I'm sorry. It's okay. Well, before we jump into everything, I want to go over a few things. Was the commute here okay for you? You found the building all right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, before we get started with everything, I wanted to let you know that there is a restroom just around the corner. We passed it on our way into my office. There is a drinking fountain out there as well. If at any point you needed to take a break during our session, you are more than welcome to. Feel free to step out as needed. Awesome. So, thank you for coming in. I'm excited to get to know you more. Our first session here today is going to be the most structured that it ever will be. I want to make sure that you have a strong understanding of what my role is and how I can be of a support to you.
Okay.
And I want to make sure you understand limits to confidentiality. So the scenarios in which what we say here has to leave here.
Okay.
So we'll get right into this. So I am currently a Master's of Social Work student,
Okay.
which means that I am learning how to be the best direct practitioner possible. I have a supervisor, which I discuss my clients with to make sure that I am providing the best care possible. So I think it's important that you know that I'm not quite licensed yet. I'm still learning. How do you feel about that?
I think I'll be okay with that.
Okay.
I just wanted to know, how does that work with confidentiality?
Sure. So in terms of my supervisor, we meet once a week and we discuss the clients on my caseload. Now, this is not me going to my supervisor and saying, oh, well, Nicole told me this detail and this detail and this detail. It's speaking very generally and saying, I'm working with a client that has identified this goal. This is the intervention that I, as the social worker, am proposing. Do you think this is appropriate? Do you think there is something that I need to do differently to make sure that this client is receiving the best care? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, awesome. So, as a student, I am specializing in working with adults specifically. Here at this agency, we exclusively provide individual talk therapy to adults. We don't provide group therapy or family therapy. So if those are things that you are ever interested in, we most definitely can find a place to refer you to for additional support.
Okay.
To start out, we will plan to meet for 50 minutes at a time, once every other week.
Okay.
If at any point you feel like, hey, I need additional support, we can explore the idea of meeting weekly.
Okay.
If every other week seems like that is too much, we can also pull back. But for right now, that's the standard.
Okay.
Beautiful. So in terms of a few logistics, you will schedule all of your appointments through me. We will typically do that at the end of each session. If you need to cancel an appointment, it's important that you don't necessarily call me, that you call the front desk. The front desk will then communicate that message to me.
Okay.
They are also responsible for billing. So if you have any questions about that specifically, you would refer to the folks at the front desk.
Okay. What if I'm in a situation where I need advice? Can I just text you? Can I just email you after hours something happens?
Sure, I appreciate you asking about that. So at the end of this session, I will make sure to give you my cell phone number and email address. I will exclusively respond to either message during regular business hours. I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30. So if you send me a text at, let's say, Tuesday at 7 p.m., I will make it a point to respond to you within 24 hours. if you are in a moment of crisis and you need support after hours, there is a number that you can call. I will make sure to give that to you at the end of the session as well. It's through a local crisis agency, and they are best equipped to deal with situations that are more urgent than what we would typically be addressing in our sessions.
Okay.
Beautiful. In terms of cancellations, we do ask for at least 24 hours notice.
Okay.
If we don't receive 24 hours notice, there is a chance that you would be billed for the full session.
Oh no.
We try to be flexible. We understand that life happens. So be sure if you even think that something is going to come up that might create a barrier, that you give the front desk folks a call.
I will do that for sure.
Beautiful. Okay. So I alluded a little bit to confidentiality. What you say here does stay here. There are a few exceptions to that. The first being supervision. Like I said, I will talk to my supervisor about all of my cases in a very general manner to make sure that I'm providing the best care as a direct practitioner. I'm also a mandated reporter per the state of Ohio, which means that I am legally obligated to report cases of child abuse, elder abuse, and neglect.
Okay.
So if anything were to be disclosed here, we would talk through next steps of what that reporting might look like. I would also need to share with my immediate supervisor if you express thoughts of wanting to hurt yourself or hurt others. That includes suicidal ideation. And that's just to make sure that you are receiving the immediate care and the best care that you need.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wonderful, wonderful. Another situation in which I might have to speak with somebody outside of this setting is if I received a court order or subpoena to release records. You also, at the end of this session, will sign a release of information, and that document says, hey, I have permission to speak about what we talk about very generally with a given list of people. You don't have to put anyone down on this form if it doesn't seem applicable, but typically that would be a primary care physician or a previous provider. Have you engaged in therapy with somebody before?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that this is your first time and you've taken this step.
Yeah. Felt like it was necessary.
Awesome. Good. Well, we'll explore more of that a little bit today. But it sounds like you might not have somebody that we need to put on the release at this time.
No.
That's totally fine. If at some point down the road in us working together, we identify someone we want to add to this release, we can go ahead and do that then.
Okay.
Awesome. And the last thing I want to make you aware of is your rights as a client.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you are in the driver's seat of this process. Any decisions that we are making together as a team with you as the leader. So this is not a situation where I am going to be making decisions on your behalf or without your input. You also have the right to see your records at any time. So when we meet together, afterwards, I will jot down some notes that outline the things that we talked about very generally, identify the goals that we set, and talk about the progress that we've made on those goals. If at any point you decide that you want to see those notes, you can call the folks at the front desk and formally request your records that way. You also have the right to change services or change service providers if you feel like this isn't going well. So something that I'll provide to you at the end of the session as well is the number of my supervisor. If things are not going well for you and you're not getting what you expected out of our time together, you can give them a call. You also can call our client's rights officer. Their number will be provided to you as well. So you have some options to make sure that this is really the best experience for you.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Good. So I've thrown a lot of information at you.
That's okay.
Like I said, this is the most structured our time will ever be. This is the most I'll ever talk at you. Do you have any questions about the things that I shared?
As of right now, no. But if something comes up, I'll just ask.
Okay. Good. Sounds good. So, I'd love to hear from you a little bit about what brings you in today.
Well, I would say my son brings me in today. He's 16, in high school. I'm a single parent. And he's just kind of just been, going down the wrong path lately. And it's quite concerning. He, in the last year, his grades dropped. He used to be an honor student. His behavior is changing. I found out that he's engaging with substances, smoking weed, drinking, and I don't want him to continue that. So I'm just really worried about him. Considering, past things, like I don't even know why he would engage in those things to begin with. So yeah, it's just been very stressful.
Absolutely. I'm hearing that this has been a stressful and worrisome experience for you as a parent. And it sounds like maybe you're looking for some tools to put in your tool belt that can help you address these situations.
Well, yeah, I want to know, like, what can I do to fix this? I have this fear, like, I don't want him to end up like his dad. Me and his dad, of course, we got divorced like 10 years ago. But about 2 years after the divorce, his dad overdosed, and unfortunately he passed away.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I don't want my son to turn out that way, but it's really hard because he's not listening.
Yeah. I very much appreciate you sharing that. I'm so sorry for your loss, and I can tell that you care deeply about your son and wanting to make sure that he stays on a path that is going to allow him to thrive. So this is absolutely something that we can explore in future sessions together. I want to be mindful of our time. This is what we will leave our session with. I want to make sure that we get our next appointment on the books. After today, do you feel comfortable coming back in, let's say, a week or two?
Yeah, I feel like I could come back in a week.
Beautiful. So let's go ahead and get you scheduled. I want to make sure you get those numbers, and we can dive more into some of the things that you shared about your son the next time that we see each other.
Okay, that sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.